Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please check out our favorite podcasts and YouTubers on the podcast. We discuss them. Have a blessed day.
I second that. Well, ditto. Yeah. So pay attention for that if y'all would, please. We're shouting out some of the podcasts and YouTubes and stuff that we listen to. All right, y'all. Maybe y'all enjoy some of the same ones. Good morning, baby.
Good morning.
How was your first sip of coffee?
It was good.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just washing some clothes. Are we ready for news or no? It's up to you. Well, I was going to turn the morning show on.
Okay.
Black ass. Black is definitely the new one.
I guess it was Du Bois said that in the
Some random Paul Mooney I just played. I don't know what he's talking about on this one, so we're checking it out together, y'all.
Of course. Racist. Nothing's changed but the weather. It used to be overt. Now it's covert. And Obama being in office, it makes it overt again. These white people can't help themselves. You see the things that are coming out of their mouths. They're saying stuff that's... White people are saying wild stuff. You listen to these white boys on these talk shows and these radio shows, they say whatever they feel. I mean, that one Dan Rather with this old, tired butt.
This is from the 90s, y'all, the late 90s. Same shit, different day.
Clinton's going to say he would be bringing us his coffee. I mean, come on, white boy. It's too much for me. That's why I say what I feel. White folks got their freedom. I'm going to be free, white, and 21, too. That's an old Southern expression. Free, white, and 21. That's what I want to be.
So let's jump into the whole issue. Like, you're always in our top, every month you're in our top 10 most viewed clips. The piece that you did for us in 2008. It's got over 140,000 views, and you're always in the top 10.
You're kidding.
For us. Yeah.
I'm stunned.
Well, people have a lot of comments.
I just think I'm stunned. Well, thank you. I'm in the top 10. Okay, I'll accept that.
Most viewed, most commented.
10 Little Indians, remember?
Top 5.
I hope I don't end up like that. Remember? One little two. Remember that? It was 10. It ain't but 2 now, so go ahead.
Wait a minute. I mean, you certainly did it tonight in your act, but a lot of people, you know, you're split. Most, it's like you have a 5-star rating across the board, and half the people use the message, the comments, to talk about how racist you are.
That I'm racist? Well, that's very funny. I can't be racist by definition. Look that up in the white folks dictionary. How can I be racist? I've never told anyone where to live. I've never told anyone what kind of jobs they have. I've never kept anyone from going to a school, out of a restaurant, or drinking from a fountain. I've never lynched anybody. So how can I be racist?
Some currency right here, y'all. This is currency.
They thought we had a party at the crib. It was just us. It was me and bruh. She love niggas who live above the law. So you know what she came here for. I'm rooting for everybody real. 57 Chevy with the 5th wheel. Imagine all this shit before it appeared. Smoking famous to the fact that it's here. Persevere. This game weird. Niggas is scared. Some wagon niggas living, some real niggas is dead. Fell cause he stood on what he said. I'm blindfolded, dancing on the edge, hoping that I know the ledge. Every being Rakim and my BMW nigga, cause all we do is win. Spring clean and made a man with my friend. Said fuck it, let's do that shit again. Let it begin. So many cars lined up. Thought we had a party at the crib, but it was just us. It was me and bruh. She loved niggas who lived above the law. So you know what she came here for. She pulled up. She was in a rush to get with us. Look at her.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about Airbnb versus hotel. What color is Recardo Montablon? The Wanda Sykes comedy show. Kamala Harris needed to speak to the poor more. Humboldt County out there in Cali. We shout out the podcast that we mess with. You know what I mean? And yeah. Be paying attention for that, y'all. If y'all would, please. Thank you. Appreciate everyone that's listening. We truly do.
Yeah, boo. Back on us, man. Figure out how I'm getting it right. I just wanna smoke and drink and get the best out of life. I done lived the real life. And yeah, I did it big. I just question if I did it right. He moved wrong, I'ma do him dirty. I can feel New York on my back like it's a human jersey. I'm always where the ghetto is at. I used to hustle like a bicycle, peddling crack. I can tell you where the veterans at, not the forces. I'm talking about the bosses to put you in the coffin. Sickening, H1N1, nightlife used to fight, now it's just red rum. Wake me up when the bitches to give head come. Thinking blood cause I'm holding on the red gun. Think of Crip cause I'm holding on the blue steel. 2 guns up cause the hood is getting too real. I see it clearer than the Blu-ray, blowing on the sour diesel mixed with the food aid.
Scale of 1 to 10, Wanda Sykes, I gave it a 6.
I gave it a 7.
Yeah, I hate to say she was late. There were 2 acts before her. They were pretty funny. One of the dudes had 2 strokes or whatever. What was his name? Keith? Kevin
I want to say
Mitchell? Was it Mitchell? It was either Kevin Mitchell or Kevin Anderson or something like that. And then they had like was she Latin? Latin girl maybe before? Yeah, but it was decent. It was packed house. Yeah, but overall it was pretty decent though.
Yeah, she did kind of end abruptly.
She did end abruptly though. Like she was, like telling a joke and then she was just like, "Thanks, Milwaukee" or whatever. I thought the crowd wasn't loud. I thought the crowd was decent. That was my first stand-up comedy. Live.
I saw Dennis Leary in Chicago once.
Oh. That sounds boring.
Oh, he was pretty funny.
That guy's not funny. No, I'm just playing. Dennis Leary, he's like more hysterical. Like he's like a wise ass. You know what I mean? Like one of them, like a smart aleck.
Yeah.
Set like but. Yeah, but we had a good time though. Got to hang out with the fam. Yeah. First time in an Uber. I prefer cabs. But it worked out good.
We didn't get murdered. That's always my fear.
Yeah. Past my bedtime.
Learn more and make me a firefighter proud of you.
.7 plays better music at nighttime.
Puerto Rican?
I think so. Or is he Colombian or something? I think he might have been Spanish. Let me look. Let's see. We're watching Fantasy Island. We chose Fantasy Island to go to bed too. It was up in the air. It was between Forensic Files, Three's Company, and we settled on Fantasy Island. 6 seasons. Okay, let's see. Ricardo. What color is Ricardo Montablon?
Nationality.
Okay. What nationality is what's dude's name? I'm so tired. I've been up all day. Recardo Montablon. Here, baby, what you said? I'm hitting the Google button right now.
Recardo Montablon.
Dang, what's wrong with my Google? What color is Recardo Montablon? Nationality. I'm going to just type it in. It's not, the voice thing ain't working for real for some reason. Okay, what nationality? Boss, you playing? What nationality is Ricardo? What's his name? Montablon? Montablon. I think dude wasn't even Latin at all, actually. Oh, dang, I ain't even had the Wi-Fi on. I was wondering why it was taking so long. Sorry, y'all.
According to the Montalban Theater, acclaimed actor Recardo Montalban was born on November 25, 1920 in Mexico City, Mexico, though audiences may best remember him as Mr. Rourke from the hit show Fantasy Island, 1977 to 1984. His career spanned 7 decades.
He don't look Mexican. That's why that goes into that you never know what somebody is, right? Yeah, acclaimed.
He looks like my ex-father-in-law.
Oh, okay. Acclaimed actor Recardo Montablon was born on November 25th, 1920 in Mexico City, Mexico. Though audiences may, that she said, the Google lady said it already. People are probably like, dude. Ricardo Gonzalo Pedro Montablon y Moreno, KSG, was a Mexican and American film and television actor. His career spanned 7 decades.
I want to say he was in Western movies, too.
He was. Remember what was one of his good-ass movies, though, that he don't get a lot of credit for? Well, he does. In Star Trek. That was a good one. He died on January 14, 2009. Said Montablon died at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 88. According to his son-in-law, Gilbert Smith, he died of complications from advancing age. That just means he just got old. Congestive heart failure. Yeah, baby, when we're going to do the Airbnb, though, right? We're just going to check it for cameras, though. Because I want to feel comfortable. I don't want to be feeling like... That's the only reason why I wanted to do a hotel, because I feel like in a hotel, you at least, you know what I mean? It's you and them 4 walls. And you don't have to worry about, like, the owner popping up over there, knocking on the door. Good night, y'all. We'll holler at everyone in the morning. I think so, from the Love Boat. Ooh, we can watch that one tomorrow. It's a good thing you took some Tylenol.
The moral aspect. He doesn't give a shit. The election's coming up. Look at these clocks. Just doing their thing.
Y'all check out Peter Santinello. He does real good shit on the YouTubes. He's out here in this Humboldt County, California now. Yeah, but he like travels all throughout the world. He came to Milwaukee too, did an episode and stuff like that about the city. He travels to other cities and stuff, and you know, and talks about what's going on in the city, crime, all that kind of stuff. Hey, baby, what all does Peter how would you describe what he does? Hold on, I'm a father. I'm giving him a shout out. He's in Humboldt County.
Okay. I think he's just like I'm going to say world traveler because he does go to other
countries. She can describe it better. I was trying.
And he gets into like the community and kind of gives you like the backstory of a town.
There it is.
Like not what you would see on the news or anything like that.
Like he'll be talking like to like the local people. Like he'll get together.
And then
usually
people reach out to him, and then they're like, "Hey, come to."
And it's usually someone that kind of like knows what's going on in the city. Like when he came to Milwaukee, I wish he would have got with someone like Yvonne, or Homer Blow, or Sherwin even maybe, or you know what I mean. He went. Now I'm not.
Because that dude reached out to him.
Oh.
Like, that's how he finds these cities. Or he may, like, he may go on, because he does Instagram. So he may go on Instagram and, like, look up, like, a hashtag Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
And then try to find somebody who posts a lot about the city.
Sorry, hold on. I'm going to take you in to see listen to what our dog Chewy's doing. Okay. Yeah, but Peter Santinello's. Let's hear. Let's listen in real quick.
The majority of California is rural. So today, we're going to get into it with a local up here in Humboldt County, far north of the cities.
That's where they got that good ass weed at, I heard.
Culture
I didn't even follow him
here.
on
Let's do this.
Instagram, so now I do.
Yeah, so y'all follow, check them out on the YouTubes and the Instagram.
So when Maya and I went up to Northern California, that is what it looks like.
Really? You guys went up there? Or near there?
We were in Sonoma County, which is close.
Y'all check. They got some crazy stories, too, about there. Was that on Netflix? What was the name of that? Can you remember?
Murder Mountain.
Murder Mountain. I'm sure people... But check out Murder Mountain on Netflix.
Yeah.
That stuff's good. It's about, like, the weed culture, too, and, like, how some of them people up there can get a little crazy and shit. And
episodes, maybe? It was more than a few.
it was more than a few. And if you watch the first one, you'll end up just watching them all probably.
It's basically a murder investigation about one person.
Based
that
off...
went missing. But it's
centered around the weed stuff, though, right?
Yes. And then because he went up there to work. And then it just kind of opens up to all this other
all the stuff that happens. Yeah. Y'all go check Murder Mountain out.
Really good.
All right, I'm gonna just play about maybe 30 seconds of this. This is some free publicity of theirs, but this is good stuff. And who else do we watch? Roman Reckless, Nomadic Introvert, and although we haven't, we kind of
that one lady Ronan. I don't know what the name of her YouTube channel is.
Oh, yeah, the one, really she's the van life girl?
Yeah, she's a van life lady. I mean, she's...
Not girl, my bad. She's
older. I would say she's
30s,
like
late 30s. We'll have to get her name again, so just, don't mind us on this one, yeah.
But she's really good, too.
She is, and we've only watched a few...
Yeah, but I'm not...
I would recommend her. So we're going to get her name. One that we used to do all the time, but we fell off from. I don't know why. Not because we don't like them anymore. It's a Murder.
Oh, Murder with My Husband.
Yeah, Murder with My Husband.
We just haven't been watching there's just so much television. So
well, we got sucked into the news stuff, and we haven't been watching any news since the election, to be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
I think I've been hearing a lot of people have, and I hear their ratings have been going down, like all of them.
Well, yeah, because, everybody was watching it because the election was coming up, but now I do kind of want to stay a little bit in tune, because all the
cabinet stuff?
Yeah, because my dad said that there's a suspicion that Trump is going to wait until Congress is on break. They go on break in December.
Like holiday break?
Yeah, like after November. And then you can just slide in your people. And at first I was like, they can't do that. And then Jim tonight was like, oh yeah, they can. They wait until they're not in session.
When, no one's really paying attention, really.
Right, because otherwise, if you have somebody that you want to put in, you have to have, a confirmation hearing.
Mm-hmm.
But you can bypass that by waiting until they're not in session and be like, well, I've got to get my cabinet together.
Oh, okay.
And so, that's his scam.
Wow.
But
not surprising.
But that Department of Government Equity or whatever, efficiency, DOGE, what Alot is calling it, they can't, do anything. They can only make recommendations. But if Elon makes a recommendation to Don...
He's going to do it.
Don can't say no because Elon helped him get elected.
Exactly. This is to that Green Bay victory over Chicago yesterday. I called it, actually. I wish I had been recording. I said when the Bears were about to kick the field goal, I was like, it looks like he's going to miss it just by the distance a little bit and the angle. I was like, he's going to miss it. I didn't expect it to get blocked, but I thought dude was just going to straight up miss the kick. But we'll take it either way. It's Green Bay over Chicago all day. Y'all know that for Illinois listeners. Y'all know that. It's just sports related. You know what I'm saying? both states can get territorial. So, you know what I'm saying? This Packer fan here all day, so, you know what I'm saying? Y'all put up a nice fight, but it's Green Bay all day. Peace, though, and this is to the Green Bay victory. And to the Wanda Sykes stand up last night. It was real good. It was real good. And one thing she said, well, let me pour this coffee. This Cafe. Shout out Collectivo here in Milwaukee. One thing that she said during her stand-up, and Michelle and I have said it, and you can even go back and check, because I was like, when she was, we support the hell out of Kamala Harris, but one thing that we noticed, I noticed right away, like when she was doing her speeches and stuff and her rallies, like, and I know there's a lot of people that are in the middle class and everything like that and shit, but like, she kept saying that, like, we're going to work from the middle class, and stuff. Like, I know where I'm from. I'll never forget where I came from. All that stuff. She kept talking about the middle class. Like, that's great. That's wonderful. But, like, that ain't the right message when you're trying, like, you need to reach poor people. Like all of us. Poor black people. Poor Latin people. Poor Asian people. Poor white people. Like, just straight up poor white people. Because Trump and them, they don't like poor white people either. They consider them white trash. Them are throwaways in the white community, or the ones that they think like black things and like black people and stuff like that. They don't like them. Remember when they used to call them wiggers? Like, if you were somebody who was white and they said you were acting black, air quotes, they called you a wigger. Yeah, for those of y'all that are listening, like that are maybe in your like 20s to 30s or whatever, you probably haven't heard that term, but yeah, that's what they used to call white people that they claimed were acting black. They called them wiggers. It's crazy. But she was saying that like that, that's where she missed the mark, like, because you're not speaking to us in general. A lot of people are poor in this country. And it seems like that word is like no one seems to ever just want to say it, or say that they're going to help that group of people. And I get it as a candidate. I understand as a candidate, like as a strategic and tactical. Like, my point is, like, Kamala wanted to win the presidency, and you see how long it took her to like actually say the plan that she had for black people, because at first she had to just kind of tiptoe around it, because as a black candidate you can't get up there talking about I'm going to help black people, I'm going to help because white people, who are the majority of the voters in this country, they don't want to hear that in true reality. They don't want to hear about helping the poor and doing this, because they look at that as like a government give out. And there's that stereotype. It's a stereotype. It's a bullshit stereotype, like in the black community, that, like, we're lazy, we don't want to work, we just want to get welfare and shit. So, having that stereotype just be cemented in there when it's not true. Because in reality, white people receive and get more welfare than black or brown people. Welfare was actually created for white people. I think for white women, if I'm correct. But yeah, but you got to have a candidate. So you Democrats, you got to have a candidate that's just going to get up there and talk about helping the poor, helping build up our shitty neighborhoods. You're not going to say some of our shitty neighborhoods. You don't say that, but you know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to say the word ghetto or inner city or the poor, because like no one ever talks to us, to that segment of just everyday, or just every average everyday working black folks and Latin folks and Asian folks and white folks. Because like I always say, I feel like there's a class in between the working class and like just straight up just poor. There's a lot of people right in that group, and we got to have a candidate. that's not scared to speak to the poor and say that they're going to help the poor. Stop saying we're going to work from the middle class up, and stop saying, oh, from the top down and all that. No one ever mentions the poor. You got to just say, fuck it. And that's what I'm saying, like at the end kind of, and it was kind of too late at that point, but Kamala started specifically saying what she's going to do for black people. She literally created a plan. But for some of us, it wasn't enough. It wasn't quick enough. It wasn't, or it was like, oh, well, this ain't for black people because other people are going to benefit from it. Like, there's other laws that have been created just in natural that, like, we all benefit from. Like, that's one thing we can't, like, we got to be better at, I feel, as black and brown people. Like, when something gets created and it's kind of like for us, and we'll say, oh, it's not good enough. It's not, like, this, like, it would be like, this bill is only 78% black. And the other 22% of it is going to help other people. So, nah, this has to be 100% black. Or I don't want to fuck with it. Like, we have to stop being like that, I feel, sometimes. I'm talking about with people that look like us. Black or brown people is what I mean. White people, they're just kind of doing their own thing. But as black and brown people, just in general, we have to get, and I don't know how that's going to happen or how long it's going to take. I'll probably be dead and gone by the time it does. But we do, and I know saying that word come together is just like, in some ways, it's not that realistic. But like, man, we do need to come together, especially as black and brown people. We have to realize, and this ain't just a saying, like, we do have more in common than we don't. Because what we have to realize is this white man, when I say this white man, it's not a shot at all white people. It's a shot at whiteness and how it can dominate stuff sometimes. I'm saying, like, that's what we have to fight against as black and brown people. And sometimes we do a bad job at that. That's all. All right, y'all, peace. I'm about to run to the store and grab a few things. I got to get some paper towels, some cat food, kitty litter, dog food. And there was one more thing I have to get. I forgot. Oh, new like cleaning pads or like washing dishes pads or whatever. Fun fact: Michelle hasn't used this dishwasher since we've been here. I think she used it once. I wash dishes by hand. Yeah, we shared household duties and stuff like that too. We're a team. We don't do that. Oh, well, it's your dishes tonight, and I'm washing clothes this time, and I took the garbage out this time, and you do it this time. No, ain't none of that. We just do the stuff. We're a team. I wash clothes. I wash the dishes. You know what I'm saying? We all do that stuff. We both pay for things. Like, obviously, Michelle makes a lot more money than I do, so she paid, like I'll say it's about 60-40. 60-40. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no problem saying that my woman makes more money than me. Like, my ego isn't hurt by that. Because I'm responsible. I go to work. I do what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I help out. You know what I'm saying? We're a partnership. You know what I'm saying? She helps out with stuff that, like, she does stuff like that one might be like, well, dang, a woman ain't supposed to be doing. Like, Michelle likes cutting grass. She doesn't mind cutting the grass. One might say, oh, well, why is a woman cutting the grass? Because she wants to. Like, when we go cut the grass at the house, like, I'll do the front and, like, the side and the ditches or whatever, and then, like, she'll do the back. Like, I shovel all the snow. Like, at the house, I shovel all the snow. She don't. I just get up and go knock that out. I don't want her to be out there at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning shoveling snow. You know what I'm saying? That's for me to do. But yeah, all right, y'all. I'm gonna run to the store though and get some clothes and laundry. And we'll holler at everyone soon. Thanks for listening to the episode. And this will be the official kickoff. So enjoy today's episode, the content, the clips, all that stuff. Michelle and I appreciate it. Shout out to everyone that's listening. Shout out, I see we got some new listeners from Pennsylvania and Ohio, Missouri. this is only, we've been podcasting about 9 months, I think now, give or take. Yeah, Missouri's only been on our, you know, because they keep track of your, like, who's listening to you. Like, every month they refresh it and start over, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this is only about the 3rd or 4th month that Missouri's showed up. So thanks for listening, Missouri, whoever y'all listen, whoever is listening. Because like I said, it doesn't tell us who exactly is listening. It just tells us how many people are listening and downloading stuff. That's it. And from what state. And shout out people that are listening around the world. We appreciate it. All right, y'all. We're going to get back to this episode. Thanks for listening. A little music. I just randomly picked a Styles P song. So, oh, and that's the thing I want to say real quick, too. Like, whenever I play music, you know what I mean? Like, I like all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? So, and y'all got to get past the words for anyone that's listening. Like, dang, the music is violent. They're talking about this and that, and then they're using the N-word a lot. It's just music, y'all. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. Whatever favorite show you have or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's probably people that you live with that cuss more than the music does. You probably watched a movie that was violent as hell, where they were shooting people and cussing people out and all kinds of stuff. So it's just music. You know what I'm saying? So let's see.
DJ RC.
Time is money.
Sleep with the gun drawn, born with the insight. Before I met my wife, I had dreams of my unborn. Go live where the smoke be, flow where the tears drop. You hide where the clouds be, right where your ears pop. Shit is all science, some mathematics with the shit is funny. That an addict with a habit probably get the shit. I could talk slow till you still couldn't understand. It's funny, so I came for what come in the rubber band. It's money, and I keep some lethal in the other hand. Nobody move off, I'ma kill your other man. I can make the soul move if you keep the room quiet. Make the shit hotter than some motherfucking room sign. Shit is valid, bullet salad, put you on a new diet. Chef, when it come to death, tell your whole crew try it. Let me slow down. I don't wanna kill you, dog, when you're getting judged. I already got ahead of Lord. The nigga, 10 years ago, I was the robber and the joggers, nigga. 10 years later, I'm the mobster and the target, nigga. Rhyme can't explain what the brain be imagining. Bars full of pain, it's like rain pitter pattering. Only real niggas dig the shit that is chattering. But these the last days, so it don't fucking matter.
Yeah. Purple crush,
Goddamn, these feelings deep in my stomach. They always make me take it there. Rest in peace to my niggas who couldn't make it here. Lito, Raekwon, I wish Face was here. God made life, but in life he couldn't make it fair. This I understand. No time for running around the hood like I'm a wanted man. Boy, I got another plan. No more G money, Nino with a Dutta man. Son of Sam ran hot enough to give the sun a tan. Damn.
So the new thing too is like, so these Trumpers, you know, because there's Trump supporters like in all fields, right? And unfortunately, there's NFL players that, you know, support Trump, like that punk ass, what's dude's name? Joey Bosa or whatever his name is. That dude's an idiot. Him and his brother. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I'm seeing, I guess one of the, Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, I guess one of their players, did a Trump-themed touchdown celebration. Don't have me start, like, I'll boycott the NFL. I'll stop fucking with the NFL. That's how territorial I am. I mean, in all actuality, dude might have did us a favor, y'all, because that might make people start researching stuff. You know, like with the whole Colin Kaepernick, and that actually sparked a thought in my head. You know the whole Colin Kaepernick thing? You know when he kneeled and stuff like that?
Do you realize like the national anthem and like having the players stand and stuff like that and have their hand over their heart and all that kind of stuff? You know, that wasn't even a thing. That wasn't even a thing before that started. And that was a Republican thing that the White House and all the government kind of like got together with NFL owners who are white. A lot of them are Republican-y. A lot of them are Trump supporters. But a lot of them, you know, a lot of that stuff, the standing for the flag and the national anthem, all that stuff, that wasn't even a thing until the government made it a thing. Because they thought it would be all cool, you know, before games, you know, and saw all that kind of stuff. And because the players used to be in the locker room. They literally used to be in the locker room during the national anthem. They weren't even out on the field. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, the whole thing behind that, it was like basically white people got offended. I'm just saying in general. White people got offended because a black person was kneeling during the national anthem, which white people feel like, you know, America's there, so they feel like that flag is there. They can have that flag, though. That flag is questionable. You know? We want to get specific about a lot of this stuff. That flag is racist too, one could say. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, and then people like white people, they'll be getting offended and stuff when we question things or we bring things up or we talk about things, and we expose like certain things like racist history and the racist past and all that kind of stuff. Why didn't anyone complain about Joey Bosa going out there and basically saying he was rooting for Trump? Yeah, he had a Trump hat on during a after football press conference. That wasn't even his. He just jumped in the screen with a Trump hat on. Like, what? Why isn't anyone up in arms about that shit? That's what I'll be saying, like, with that white privilege. That's why I use that example when I told y'all about the dude that was able to just fucking fuck up and not have his PO lock his ass up. That's just crazy as hell. I mean, I'm saying, like, I'm good for him. Good for him. But anyone that's listening, you know, if you know anyone that's on paper, what you might be on paper, you know, commit a crime. Be in the car with somebody that did some shit, whether you know they did it or not, or any of that stuff. Get pulled over by the police and done some shit. You're getting locked up. Ain't no questions. Ain't no... That's why I was like, man, I ain't ever seen that happen before. I've seen people, like I told you, I've seen people that are locked up. I've seen them like catch a case or whatever. Not catch, you know, you earn felonies. You know, but they catch a case or whatever, and then they end up beating the charge, right? They end up beating the charge, but their parole officer or probation officer will still lock them up and revoke them. People probably sitting there like, what? That don't make sense. Like, I know it don't, but that's how they do it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. They'll be doing some backwards. They'll be just pretty much doing what they want. Because when you're like in the system, whether you're in or out, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the prison world deal, it's like a world of their own. You can get totally just lost in the system, man. Why do you think there's never a major or real push to get people that are incarcerated able to vote? And I'm talking about people that are in county jails that haven't been convicted of whatever crime they're sitting in jail for. You know what I mean? Why aren't those people voting every year during election time? Why aren't there voting booths up in them places? And why aren't men and women that are in these jails being registered to vote, or even approached and asked if they would like to vote? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That goes to show you right there that if you're on probation and parole, you're kind of out of sight, out of mind in reality. No one's thinking about you. And here's how you know that boozing and stuff is pretty much accepted here in the state of Wisconsin. You know, they don't have no UA test. Like, you can't tell if someone's been, like, smoking weed. I mean, you can't tell if someone's been drinking or whatever. There's no test for that unless you're going to give somebody a blood test, you know what I'm saying, or a breathalyzer. Unless they came out with some new stuff that I don't know of, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm just, like, that goes to show you. But they got tests, like, when you go see your PO and all that, they got tests to test you for the weed, the OxyContin, the barbiturates, the heroin, the cocaine, all that. They got those. Why can't they detect if you've been boozing? That's because in true reality, they don't care about that, about liquor. It's just kind of accepted. I mean, they tell you can't do it and you're not supposed to do it, but in reality, they don't really care about it. Like I know I went to a different area, topic, whatever, but just think about the casual drinking and driving that people do. It's happening, you know, all the time. Co-workers, you know, they go and they go get lunch or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And end up having a drink or two at the job, and then it's like, and then you're driving home half buzzed. That's crazy to me. I'm glad I don't drink. All right, y'all. About to get into the store and grab these little few things and enjoy the day off. So be checking for us, you know, later on. We might do another episode later, too, tonight or whatever. But anyways, yep. Peace, y'all. Thanks for listening. Back to the episode. We got this crazy video for the people. For the people, if y'all wouldn't mind, so check this out. This is, breaking news. 2 white public school teachers have been charged with sexually abusing 9 students, and the school knew about the abuse and did nothing. Eric Steems, white fella, and Mark Collins, white fella, were both arrested for sexual abuse of students. St. Helens school officials for years, excuse me for a minute while I click on the show more. St. Helens school officials for years sat on multiple reports of sexual abuse and still allowed this pedophile to remain teaching. The superintendent and principal were put on leave and the board chair resigned. Let's see, I got audio too, y'all. Y'all think I'm lying? I do got audio though. Let's see.
Teacher sex abuse scandal at St. Helens High School. The superintendent, Scott Stockwell, and principal, Katie Wagner, have been put on paid administrative leave. Parents accusing them of not doing enough to protect their kids from teachers who are now facing criminal charges. Our team has been all over these allegations since they first came out on Tuesday.
3-minute video, y'all, if you're interested.
Putting the superintendent and principal on leave is not enough. K2's Tanvi Varma reports.
Remember Tuesday when 46-year-old choir teacher Eric Stearns and former math teacher 64-year-old Mark Collins were arrested for allegedly sexually abusing students at St. Helens High School. St. Helens police announced it was a 2-month-long investigation. Parents were furious that the district didn't put the choir teacher, who was currently teaching, on leave as soon as they found out he could have potentially sexually abused students. In response, the district board chair, Ryan Scholl, said this.
When the police informed, Dave asked if he should be put on paternity leave, and Lawson said no. That's why he's not placed on off work.
We asked the acting chief of the St. Helens Police Department if they told the district to keep the choir teacher in the classroom during the criminal investigation. He flat out said no.
We served a subpoena on October 15th, and the details of what is given in the subpoena needs to be, kept quiet, of course. But we don't have information that we instructed them to do anything.
Could they be talking about another police department or law enforcement agency?
I don't think so.
Friday, District Board Chair Scholl resigned. The district board had their scheduled meeting on Zoom instead of in person. They put out a statement on Thursday saying, in part, all schools and offices in the St. Helens School District will be closed. This closure allows us to address recent events impacting our school community and are put on paid leave as well.
We shouldn't be paying our tax dollars. I heard someone say we're going to be paying for their therapy. We shouldn't be paying for their paid vacation.
We've had questions for the district, and we've been trying to get a hold of them via email. And since the district offices are closed, we couldn't get a hold of them in person either. We tried calling.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
And no answer. We wanted to find out
why you guys didn't put the choir teacher on administrative leave when you had the information, and why the board chair said law enforcement asked them to do so when the acting chief tells us that's not the case.
Still nothing. A student telling K2 she feels that she and her classmates can no longer trust teachers or the administration. They want an outsider to come in.
I think a lot of people want a in-school police officer there, so in case anything's happening within schools or outside of schools, they can know right away.
Tanvi Verma, K2 News.
Yep.